Hey YouTube, I'm the Will of DC, Digitour 2012, and all the drama happening and going down. Find out everything you need to know on today's YouTube news. So for those of you who missed this news, there has been a bunch of drama on the Digitour this year. From low ticket sales to many people walking out of the opening LA show, it was looking like the second year was off to a very, very rough start. And then the unthinkable happened, and during Playlist Live, I checked my Twitter, and nicepeter had been fired from the Digitour. Fired. Now I'm going to link you to two different videos. One is from the Digitour stop in Baltimore, where in front of a big-ass Neuro water banner, Peter says, "Don't let them tell you what to drink before drinking some non-sponsored bottled water." And then the other is Peter's 8-minute-long vlog explaining why he was fired from the Digitour and what his perspective is on everything. I highly suggest you check out both of those videos, and I'll link them both in the description right now and probably annotate them. And really, this situation is really sad for two important reasons. First, this complicates the already very complicated world of YouTubers and brands slash advertisers slash marketers, whatever businessy term you want to put on there. Ever since the partner program was created way back in 2007, it's been a complicated relationship. Sometimes YouTube partners plus businessiness, I'll call it, equals amazingness, like the annoying orange getting a TV show, or Ray William Johnson's entire YouTube career. But sadly, I feel like most times YouTube partners plus businessiness equals disaster. And it's a disaster because the people in charge on the businessy end don't get it and have no desire to get it. For them, it's just a job. They need to make money for their company, so their bosses pat them on the head and say, "Good job, you're not fired today. Now go sell some more shit and make us some more money." Very, very, very few businessy people even understand the basics of YouTube. You'll find a vast majority of them confused by that little 303 number in the view count. Why is it stuck at 303? Because it's been that way for years, you jackass, and if you're too stupid to understand that, GTFO my YouTubes. Now, this is not to say that they're all ignorant about YouTube, but 99% have never spent any extended period of time watching videos, learning about a subset of the YouTube community, or really how the partner program works and how YouTubers make a business. I give props to King of the Web, not just because I love them, but because you can objectively witness that they get it. Their presence in the community is very solid. But unfortunately, King of the Web was not running Digitour. It was people from the traditional music world, and I hate to hate on traditional media, but from the traditional music world who saw last year's awesome Digitour that really revitalized local YouTube communities all across America in so many cities as a failure because not enough money was made. So what they did this year is sold out to Neuro. Pretty much sold out to Neuro water to make as much money as they could. Like vampires devouring a prey, they were sucking the soul out of Digitour and leaving it a confused mess of overt sponsorship, so bad that people actually left the shows like they were clicking away from a terrible YouTube video. And let me be clear about one thing. Sponsorship as a thing isn't bad. It's great. So many videos you watch and so many YouTubers themselves are sponsored and you don't even know it. It's not even something you do it because they do it so subtly and behind the scenes and incorporate it the right way. Incorporating a brand into a video or a YouTuber's existing brand can be good for everyone. It can provide additional funds to make a production bigger and better so the audience gets a bigger wow factor from it and enjoys it more, while the YouTuber makes more money and the brand is exposed to a new wide audience that it can now tap into. This only works as long as it's about the content of the video and the goal is making the audience happy. When the goal is to make as much money for oneself and a brand like NeuroWater so you can have a good relationship with them, you unfortunately get this year's Digitour. It's not about the musicians on stage, many of whom are still performing because they love you all so much, and contracts being what they are, can't walk away without risking getting sued. It's not about the fans either in the audience. It's about the accumulation of personal wealth and selling as much crappy overpriced specialty water as one can. If I go to a show, I want to see the show. I don't want to see hours-long infomercial. That's not what the YouTube community is about, and that's why Peter was quite right to speak his mind, stand up, and defend all of us, and subsequently get fired and probably deal with some type of lawsuit stemming from all of that. I don't hold it against anyone else still on Digitour. I want to be clear about that. It takes a lot of guts to rebel the way Peter did and open yourself up to the possibility of being sued, and there were still many shows with fans who bought tickets, and the failure of Digitour leadership shouldn't cause those fans to not see their idols. It's just a sad, sucky situation all around, and one that has definitely set YouTube back a step in my opinion, and everyone has lost. There are no winners in this. Lastly, it's sad because of what the Digitour symbolized. So many people equate evershed, Sarah Penna, however you know her, and her YouTube network bigframe with the Digitour, but that's actually completely false. Bigframe was never a part of Digitour. It was a separate project by Sarah, who had a great idea to bring YouTube musicians and fans together in a really, really special way, because the relationship between music and people is such a powerful one. Knowing she couldn't do it herself, she found a team of people that she thought would help and fulfill her vision, and it went pretty well last year. If you were at the Digitour last year, you remember the vibe being very intimate and full of excitement at this grand experiment coming to life, and seeing acts perform together that never have, and without this, probably never would have. Was creating a next step in YouTube events and gatherings, and really a next step in the business of YouTube. Would you rather see a top 40 artist concert, or go to a smaller venue where you can hang out with fellow YouTubers, see your favorites perform on stage, and then hang out with them afterwards? The idea was so powerful. Now, I'm not saying last year's was perfect. Indeed, there were many, many flaws, but so much was learned and so much could have been improved upon. But directly after last year's ended and Sarah tried to implement some changes and make things better and steer the Digitour in the correct way, money and businessy people essentially kicked her out, and she has had absolutely 100% nothing to do with this year's Digitour. I make no exaggeration when I say the YouTube community was stolen from. I'll just say it right now, stolen from. Digitour was stolen from us by richer, more powerful people who operate in the traditional media that leaves us all with a terrible taste in our mouth. Because of this, I really feel like YouTube has fallen back 2 steps. We have to fix this before we can ever move forward. We have to learn from this and learn that we can't trust people, which is sad, and not to say that we can't trust ever, but we have to be so careful, because people saying they want to help the YouTube community is no longer safe. There are those infiltrating and attempting to change things so that YouTube becomes this big, soulless, cold corporate place where talent is taken advantage of and the audience is spit on, and I, for one, won't stand for it and advocate for all of you to join nicepeter in rising up against it and shouting from the rooftops, "You don't get my YouTube, so GTFO." So all in all, pretty much everyone lost in this drama, and it really sucks, even the new Digitour organizers and neuro, because no one likes your asses, and we won't be giving you our money, so your entire goal has failed. And really so sad for Sarah, who had an idea that could really have made a huge impact in the YouTube music community, and is now left with nothing but a big pile of regret and disappointment. She really loves everything about YouTube and its community, and if you know Bigframe, if you know the talent within them, you know how hard she works to help her talent make great content for all of us. So if there's a biggest loser in all this, I sadly think it's her, but I hope she doesn't give up and continues moving forward, working with the right people to bring us all an amazing future, and RIP Digitour. And that's all I've got for you today. Thank you so much for watching YouTube News. As always, remember to leave all your comments down below, rate, thumbs up, and subscribe. Send to your friends if you loved it. There was a kind of an intense drama episode today, but really, really important things we need to talk about. And I want to give a big welcome to Nigahiga, now on the Wall of Fame. Remember to keep leaving all of your Wall of Fame suggestions in the comments section below. We've got the initial printing left to do at the end of this week, and then we're going to have the whole, we're just going to start throwing, not do one at a time, we're going to throw a bunch of names up there, so everyone you've been leaving in the comments section, you'll see probably in a week or two, all up on there. Thanks so much for participating. It's been a lot of fun in March, putting up a name a day and seeing all of your comments. But yeah, hope you had an awesome day, and I'll see you tomorrow on another YouTube News. Bye, everybody.